Hi YouTube, you're with Tosh,
And MudRaker
and as you can see, framing MudRaker very nicely there.
are my trophies.
Yes,
Oh,
yes,
okay, our trophies.
our trophies. Lots and lots of moonstones. So
We had another 4 last night.
we did. What did you end up getting out of that?
3.
3.
And then there was the 2 that we hadn't put up in item frames before then from the
True.
previous 4. So, wow, we've just got like so many now. It's amazing.
It is good. And I went down underground to try and find some tama roots, which according
You
to
didn't
the
find
book,
any, everybody. It was look, I found 3 above ground. He found none.
and yet according to the book, they're in dark places.
Well, you went out again. Well,
Yes.
during the night actually, and found 2 more
Yes.
downstairs. And I found 2 above ground in the snow, which I didn't know they occurred in the snow.
No,
So
it was fun.
we've actually got a lot of tama root now, and we're going to use that today, which is why we were out gathering it.
Yep.
But show them what you found.
I found all of that. Look at that. 10 diamonds. And the other thing I found was another 2 stacks of iron. And what do we have? 16 gold.
16 gold.
So we've put them in not the fabricators. We've put them in the calefactors. And an interesting thing about calefactors is we put 16 gold in here, and you can see there's 17 there. So the calefactor has actually produced another gold. We put 60 block of 64 iron ore in here, and as you can see, I have 64 iron ore, 2 Vintium dusts, and I still have 5 iron to go. And in the top one, again, we put a stack of iron ore in here. I have 64, still with 4 to go, and 2 Vintium dust. So the calefactors are a damn fine way of making sure that you've got everything that you could possibly want, really.
There is one thing about that, though, Tosh.
What's that?
Well, that only happens when you run your calefactors on light energy that have come from a white circle.
Yes, like that one just there.
That's right. When you run them on the light energy, they run slower, so they don't cook as fast, but you get these random adds to what you're cooking. So you got to choose, do you want them to cook faster? Fastest of all is from the red circles, but they do say that spreads corruption, so you don't quite know. It makes machines unreliable. We haven't been game to hook anything to the red circle yet.
No, but we've been using it to collect over the back there. That's the one that we have under our tower.
Yeah.
Is a red circle. Oh, dawn breaking.
It is indeed. It is indeed. And Tosh, you went up a level.
I did. Look, I have now 2 green points. So we've been talking about what we might or might not do with them. And we really haven't come up with much yet, but I think I will probably go for ignition. Although with fireballs inside a wooden house, that could be a tad dangerous.
And we won't be using them inside the house, Tosh.
Okay.
That will be a rule. I'm going to make a sign. I'm going to put it up. No ignition spells in the house.
Right.
Right?
Okay. So do an ignition one, and then also we're trying to work out in our defence. I have haste and swift swim, and slow fall and leap. And the next one is accelerate down that path, or gravity well down that path, or over here I could do life tap or dispel.
So life tap was where I was planning to go, Tosh, because that leads down to summoning.
Yep,
and it
which
takes
is
2 greens, the
down here somewhere.
life tap, the life drain. No, 3 greens. Life tap, life drain, mana drain, and then the summon.
Yep.
I think.
Yeah.
But there was that strange thing I discovered that I was showing you before. In my case, when I look at and I'm going to be careful this time. When I look in utility, what I actually see is that even though the last thing I got was light,
Which was this one?
Which is that one there. The entire arm of 4 over on the right-hand side are actually all available. And I thought you would have had to get one to get the next one, but that doesn't seem to be the way it works.
Well, the next one's disabled via config.
Yeah, that's that. There's one specific one that he's turned off, and presumably there's a problem with it.
Oh, okay.
And I actually tried adding it back into the config, and it still doesn't work properly.
Right.
Like it doesn't turn on properly in here, and so I think he's got some code in just to get rid of it for the moment because it was causing a problem.
Yep. Now the other thing I could do would be to spend one of my green points on mana regen 2 in the talents section.
Well, that does sound like a great plan. I absolutely agree. I'm
thinking I might do that and the ignition.
Well, the other thing I did is Mage Posse, which I haven't been able to get myself a white mage yet, but I have gone up levels. And I believe now that I'm actually at a level high enough where a white mage will follow me and look after me.
Ah, okay.
So that could be quite fun. I don't know what we might have to make another bed upstairs. But I presume he will come in. I don't know.
I would say so.
No real idea how this works.
Well, I'm going to take that mana regen 2 as one of my points.
Right.
Because I think that's sensible. And that opens up spell motion, whatever that is.
Well, that means the spell can move with you. So you can cast a spell and it will just move with you.
Oh, okay. And ignition, I think, because blind doesn't seem to be terribly much fun, does it?
What's in the... so ignition's in the offensive, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
The only other...
That'll then take me to something out on the left-hand side there, which I don't know what it is, but I shall find out shortly when I take ignition, I guess.
Well, yeah. So you can always...
I don't.
Well, it's probably red then. Is that why?
Oh, it could be, yeah.
And you can tell that, by the way, just by when you mouse over the...
No, it's green.
Ah.
They're all green until I get down sort of another couple of levers. Couple of levers more. Couple of levels.
You talking about the one below it?
One below it's still green.
Yeah, it is green, and that hasn't lit up. No, because you've got no green points left.
No, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm right.
Okay, well,
There's our pretty things up in the corner still playing away. Sorry, what were you saying?
Okay, so now that you've emptied out the calefactors...
Yes.
Maybe we should get to the point of today's episode, which was the decision that while we don't like you naked, perhaps we should think about a new set of clothes.
Yes.
Because, these ones are getting a bit tatty, Tosh, I have to say.
Yeah, and you really should
all the
wash
zombie
yours.
blood and things, it's just a bit much.
It is,
so,
I will grant you that.
But if we're going to get new clothes, maybe we should upgrade.
Get better clothes, you mean?
Better clothes.
All right. I can go with that.
So...
What do you have in mind?
Well, we're wearing the mage armour set now. Yes. And the next grade up from there is the Battle Mage armour set.
Time for the book.
Time for the book?
Time for the book.
And while you're pulling out the book, I might even lay out some things for you.
Okay.
We're going to have to make some stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, God, yeah. Have we got any obsidian?
I believe so, don't we? We've got a diamond pick.
Yeah, but
have 4. We only have 4 left.
That's all right. We only need 4 for the Battle Mage circlet.
Ooh, lovely.
But we do need water essence. And we need gold inlay. Now, gold inlay, luckily I found gold. Although we had already found some. But how do we make gold inlay? Gold inlay is the most advanced inlay. They seems to summon the most powerful bosses. Oh. They can also be used as rails. Oh, that was the other thing I found. That was the other thing I found.
They're teleport rails, aren't they?
Rails.
Yeah. We can actually set up a rail set, and then we can use the redstone rails. I think they make you go faster, if I remember correctly. The redstone the old rails teleport.
The gold rails warp.
Yeah, and the iron rails, I think, send you in reverse, which sounds pretty kinky. There is one little obsidian problem.
What's that?
Well, if we clean out your chest here because we do ultimately need to use it for our original purpose.
Oh yes, we do.
Showing recipes. But for the moment, I will do stuff at the bottom. That is the recipe for the essence refiner. And because you're going to need an essence for every piece of armor, water essence for the circlet that you were looking at, we need to use those 2 bits of obsidian. So we're not going to have enough obsidian. We are going to have to go obsidian hunting.
So you're saying to me that I'm going to be like going back down to my little diggy hole.
Diggy dig, that's the one.
Okay.
But what we can do in the meantime is I don't believe they all... I believe, he corrects himself, they all need obsidian. So we can actually get the essence refiner built and we can start making the essence and we can start showing them how to make the gold inlay, which is the other key ingredient of all of these. And then apart from that, it's blue runes, which of course is Lappy.
Which I just found.
Which, good thing you found another pile. We did have some. That wasn't your first pile that you found, but that was it's a big boost to our number of...
It was a big boost. So what do we have? We have arcane ash, diamond, and wood. And obsidian. Oh, okay.
Did I get that right? Hang on, is it an arcane ash or purified Vintium? I wish that spider would go away. No, it is arcane ash. And...
Be right back.
I was about to do the same thing. He wasn't on our roof, was he?
Yep.
Didn't you light the roof up?
Yep.
Didn't you do a proper job of lighting our roof up?
No, they're not.
We are going to have to deal with that too.
He's
Don't tell me he's on the balcony.
He's on the balcony. I asked you not to tell me that.
Yeah, he took one hit.
Yeah,
He's obviously fallen off the roof to get on the balcony, I suspect.
I think you're right. Okay. So, we will produce 2 of these, will we?
The essence refiners? You only need to have
just
one. We only need one. It will just take a bit longer because it takes a little while to refine each essence. But we only need a total of 8 essence to get a suit each. So, I don't think that's not a big weight.
So do you want me to get some of this rubbish for a start?
Yeah, I just got rid of my spider's eye as well. Yeah.
You want me to make this one?
Yeah, I think you should. I think we should make that. And then we can start making the essence while we go looking for the extra obsidian we're going to need. Because we're actually going to need, now that I look at the recipes, we're going to need a lot of obsidian.
I know I'm going to get this diamond in the middle.
Didn't you read the recipe that I put out for you?
Did.
No, diamonds in top.
Diamonds in top. Okay, there we go.
Top middle, arcane.
Essence refiner.
That's the one. Now, it needs power.
Oh.
So I suggest over this side, because we've pretty much sucked this white one over here dry. Now, the other option is that we feed it off a battery instead of that white one, given that we've got a battery out there that must be getting some pretty good power in it now. Let's go and find it.
It's probably about 20%.
24%.
Pretty.
24%. What's that up to? That one's up to 18%, so we could get it up to about 25%.
Well, it's getting it. It's from somewhere.
Looks like it's getting it from the white one.
It's at 1%.
And the white one's now empty.
So, turn the battery on or
okay.
off.
No, don't need the switch. We just need to program it. So I've hit it with the...
Yep, I'm watching what
you're
doing. So the white light comes out the top.
Whoa!
Zap!
And he went, zap!
And you can see there now it's drawing it in like the clappers.
1%.
Well,
though I do think it reset, because the problem is that, that little sparkle you saw?
Yeah,
I figured out what that is now.
You shorted it out, didn't you?
Well, yeah, the reason is because it had some light essence in it, and coming out of the battery is neutral essence.
Oh, yeah.
So it said, well, you can't mix them. So when I whacked it and connected it up to the battery, it discharged all that light essence.
Okay. Well,
So that's a bit of an interesting thing. You've got to be careful about connecting something to a different source.
Yes. If it's got anything in it already.
If it's got anything in it already.
Yep.
And you can't get it out once it's in except by using it. So
Yeah.
it's powering up now. It's got 7%, which should be enough.
That's pretty. The little circle thing going around and stuff. So what do we do with this?
Well, what we do with this is we have to put in the recipes for the essence we want. So why don't we start with the water essence?
Okay, because that's what we need for
the circlet.
circle. Okay, so we need 2 wake blooms.
Okay.
We need an arcane ash. And we need 2 buckets of water.
Where'd you put the buckets? Here.
Mob drops.
Well, a mob dropped them.
Oh. Yes.
Okay. You ready? Because
I'm
you're
ready.
gonna do this.
Yep.
I'm just getting the stuff for you.
Alright, so one there, one there. One of those in the middle.
Too quick.
And 2 buckets of water. 1 what goes there and 1 what goes there.
And it's spinning around. If the purple circle's spinning,
What was spinning before?
it should only spin the old one. Only used to spin. Did you get the recipe right? Only used to spin.
Can you not see it?
See
Okay,
what?
Ash.
Well, it's spinning and it looks like it's right.
Wake bloom, wake
check-
bloom,
check
white,
it in the book.
water. Yep. Looks right.
Yep, does indeed. And it spins. That spinning usually means it's working. So you just got to leave it sit for a little while, and eventually those will disappear and your essence will turn up in the right-hand little bubble there.
Yeah, it's going up. So it's receiving more than it's using, which is a good thing, I guess.
Well, that's hardly surprising given the fact that we've got a battery out there that's pumping out phenomenal amounts of energy, I'm sure. Let me just look at how much power's left in the battery. Battery's down to 4%, so it's nearly pushed most of its power into the thing. But that shows you how much it uses, right? It holds nearly as much as a battery does. It's got 54,000 in it. That's pretty much everything that white circle's ever generated.
Yeah, pretty much. In all the time that we've been doing it.
That's
Okay,
right.
so we just leave that sit there and...
So
rotate.
actually, that might be a problem. We might need to upgrade that white circle with gold or something to...
We've got some gold there now.
Well, we do.
Not enough, though.
Well, I don't think you've got enough diamonds either, because that's the other alternative. When we look at the light nexus, the 3 things it shows you is moonstone blocks. You've got to be kidding. Glass, gold, diamond, moonstone. I think that's the order of power.
Blocks.
Yeah. So I'm assuming that means 9. They've all got to be the same. You can't start mixing it either. So
Ouch.
you can upgrade its cap. It's interesting when you look at the what it says about capstones. You can upgrade them with gold and eventually diamond. It doesn't say anything about moonstone, but the picture shows you a moonstone one after diamond. So I think he's added that later.
Oh, yeah.
So the next upgrade for him is just to take him up to gold.
Yep.
And we had 16. No, we got 56 gold in there.
Yeah. 16 was only what I found last time.
Yeah, I know. So that's only 4 9s, right? There's enough. Okay, it'll use most of the gold,
No,
but there's
that's all right.
enough.
Let's do that.
Okay, so let's go and upgrade it.
Oh, I can't do that. I keep forgetting I can't see what you're doing. So he's just making a block of gold, folks.
Well, actually,
Well, 4 blocks of
4
gold.
of them, in fact, and leaving the 20 gold left over.
Cool.
And, since you like this stuff so much.
I do. I love my gold. Give me the gold. It's dark out there.
Yeah, it is. Are we going to go do it anyway?
Yeah. Heck it.
Well, I was planning to project you, but it's a bit hard from Hecates. They come so quick.
Yeah. And Hecates are mine anyway.
Well, they are, because you've got the phylactery with them.
Yep.
I'll take all the dark mages. But
Yeah, right.
so far I've only got
That's
one,
been
right?
one.
I reckon we could have had like 50 of these zombie ones by now if we had have tried.
Yeah, probably. Okay, so that's all you do with the gold, folks, is just put it up there. And that's now better
Charging faster.
than what it was. So, and this is still turning.
Now that was interesting. That Hecate...
You mean these 3 Hecates?
No. The first 2 Hecates were about to go past me. And it was only when I started whacking them that they turned on me.
Oh.
Because that was that bit in the book about theoretically you can sneak,
Oh yes,
sneak
past a Hecate. Yep. Yeah, if you try and go past them very slowly and quietly.
Or you let them go past you.
Yeah, they won't attack, apparently.
Supposedly.
According
Well, that's
to the
still
book.
going.
Yep.
It's a bit surprising. It's usually quite fast. Well, at least it used to be. Maybe he's slowed
Nerfed it.
down. Doesn't seem to be losing power. I'm a bit worried about whether we got something wrong here.
You mean like the fact it's sitting in water?
Or the fact that the recipe's not right, or something.
Oh,
Or maybe it only uses power at the beginning. I actually do remember something like that. So let's leave it sit for a little while. Don't touch it, because if you pull something out, it'll probably
start again.
Yeah. So I think actually that spinning circle means it's got the power to do one.
Oh yeah.
That's my current theory.
Okay.
So, in order to do this armour, we are going to need a pile now of obsidian.
Yes.
Because we need...
So it might be a good
4
point.
for the circlet. We need 5 for the body.
3 for 5, yep.
We need another 4. So that was 9, 13 for the legs.
And then 4 for the boots.
This is 17 and double that.
34 would be...
So we need to go and get 34 of those.
Ouch.
And the gold, we're going to need 2 sets of inlays. The inlays make 4, which is going to need 8 gold doubled. So 16. I think we've still got just enough gold. We'll have 4 left over, so we're going to be barely...
Where's the recipe for the gold inlay? Can't get on it.
In the book,
yeah,
it's a block called inlays. You go in there and it tells you about the 3 different types of inlays. So the redstone inlay, which is redstone around Vintium, and that speeds up a Minecraft. But they also can be used to summon bosses. Right. The iron inlay can be used to summon bigger bosses.
Yep.
Yeah, well, that's iron, obviously. And arcane ash now. So it starts out at Vintium, and it's arcane ash for the iron.
And then purified
for the gold.
Yeah, for the gold, with the gold all around it. It gives
when
you
a minecart,
4 inlay.
Yeah, they all give you 4. When a minecart touches the iron inlay, it reverses direction.
Right.
So that could be quite fun, because the minecart, you just put a speed up in the middle and 2 iron on either side, and the minecarts will just sit there boom, boom, boom. I think that's a great plan. We'll have to try that a bit later.
I'll have to do that.
With all your rail.
Yeah.
Right, so it's daytime.
It is. So what about we pause here?
Okay, and go
we'll go
hunting.
down and get some obsidian, because I did find a big stack of it down there. Well, not a stack, but a pool of it. So we will do that. We will pause here and we will continue on after we have everything we need. So we'll be back. Hi YouTube, and we're back, and we've got some stuff to bring you up to speed with. As you know, we went off to get some obsidian, which we've done that. And when we came back, you remember that we were making the water essence. Well, we discovered that there was actually a bug, and we've actually had to upgrade. Now, if you remember, this circle was rotating very slowly, the outer one, but it was this colour blue. What should happen is this. We put the arcane ash in the middle and nothing happens.
I would have thought
There
that
we go.
I would have thought that was purple when it was rotating slowly, and then it goes light blue.
No, it's dark blue now that it's rotating, but sort of purplish, yeah. So that's what it should look like when it's working, and there's your water essence. So you can see there now we have 2 water essence, and that's what we were after. So apologies about that. There was a fair bit of time between when we actually left you and when reality is now.
But if you have that problem, you just need to upgrade to the latest latest bug fix by Mithion. He obviously found it long before we did.
He did, because he was probably much better and much further advanced than we are, probably. All right. What we're going to do today is we're going to continue trying to make our battle mage armor, and one of the things that we need is a thing called gold inlay, and Raker's put the recipe in here for us. So it's gold. It's expensive. It's nearly a block of gold with a purified Vintium dust in the middle.
You do get 4 of them.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's not too
So it's
bad.
only a quarter of a block of gold.
Quarter of a block of gold. Yeah, much better. So gold around the outside like that, Vintium dust in the middle, and 4 gold inlay. So that's how that's done. Now going back to our recipe for Battle Mage armor, we're doing the circlet, and Raker's just dropped out, so we might just pause for a second till he comes back.
Well, if you want to edit...
So we're back now, folks. We had a couple of technical problems with my computer, and because I'm running the server at the moment, it was kicking MudRaker off. So hopefully we won't drop out anymore. So you stay where you are.
So how long did it take you to program that feature, Tosh?
Not long, really.
That randomly kicks me off, because I think it's a real mongrel thing to do.
Yeah, which is a good reason to do it.
Yeah, obviously.
So we now have some inlay. If we go back to our...
What did you do with the essence? The water essence?
The water essence. I have it in my inventory.
You're holding on to that, are you?
I am.
So how am I going to prep these spells for you? Sorry, spells. There's recipes for you to actually make stuff if you don't actually put it in there.
There you go. So 4 obsidian, a blue rune, water essence down the bottom, and gold inlay at the top, which looks like that, which we now take out of there. Go to here, put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Gold inlay at the top. Gold inlay at the top. No, sorry. Rune at the top, gold inlay in the middle. And
gold inlay at the top middle.
Ah, yeah.
Blue
There you
rune
go.
in the dead
And
center.
we have 2 battle mage circlets. So we'll take those. Take those, and we'll, I suppose, give one to him. No? You don't want that? Oh dear. I've just kicked him off again, obviously, so we'll pause and see what we can do.